Hi guys, it's me, Monica, and welcome to another speed build. Today we are going to be doing this fortune teller's wagon house. To be exact, those are two wagons that I made for this fortune teller, and this house is based on a new stuff pack that we've got, Paranormal. I really wanted to do something different. I didn't want to just do a Victorian house, though I did that, so you can find also that on my gallery, Mysimsphony, if you like something like that more. I really try to incorporate every single item that we've got that with this pack so you can see what we've got, and in case you want to purchase it you can closely see what we've got and whether you like it or not. To be quite honest, I really like this pack. I didn't have really high expectations about this, but at the end it turned out very nice. Pack is very colorful. It quite reminds me on this like circus fortune teller thing. So that's basically the reason why I wanted to do this. Like these curtains that we've got that you just saw in here are amazing and reminds me so much of this theme that I just wanted to try to do something like that. This stuff pack is amazing, I would say. I also played a little bit and I really like that paranormal, ghostly feel about it. I played like only 2 sim days, so I can't say much about it. But I was watching the Legacy and Lil Simsy and simmers like that, and it looked to me that there was so much fun about it. And I also really like every single item that we've got with this. And I think that we can use them on a lot of different ways. I can see them combining with some hippie stuff, bohemian stuff, Victorian stuff. Like, I think you can do a lot of things about it. I can see a lot of packs that goes very well with this. Like maybe movie hangout would be great, or realm of magic, vampires, and there are more different packs that you can use very well with this. We've got like the most beautiful chairs in the game. You're going to see them later on. I'm just in love with them. That's something that I needed in the game so much, so I was very excited about that. Well, the only thing I'm not crazy about is that we didn't got like neutral swatches yet again. I have a feeling that every single time we have the same issue with the swatches. There are not a lot of them, and they're usually very colorful. So we can't really use that in every single build, which is sad. Because those items are just great. So here I am doing some exterior, I would say garden, but I didn't want it to look like a garden. It's just like a creepy little lot, let's say. And I'm trying to do this house to look a little bit more like wagons, let's say that way. I use these wallpapers. I would say that's from Vampire. It looked like exactly like a wagon, so I was very happy to find that. You will see something new about my build today, and that is that I'm not using any custom content. That was very tough for me, you guys. I really got used to custom content, but actually I decided to use it much, much less on my stream and on the YouTube because I figured I really started this channel just that people are able to use my builds in their game, and there is still so much people who are not using any custom content in multiple reasons. I mean, just because they don't have a strong computer or they don't want to use it or they're playing on PlayStation or anything like it. And that's why today I'm not using any custom content, so you can download this with no fear that you need to download something extra to this build. And I really liked it. I must admit that I really enjoyed playing this game with only items from the game. It was tough, especially in the terms of some clutter and wall decorations. I was missing tons of things that I needed, especially my hanging plants. I would say I have a ton of hanging plants and I love them, and now I don't have any. So that was very sad, but I think I managed to get through this, and it looked quite nice. As you can see, this is super colorful, and I used like this first part here as like her office. I imagined her to be a person who is traveling a lot and she's reading other people's future and destiny from this ball, this magic ball you can see in here. So this is just like her office area where other people go if they want some fortune telling. And the other part of the wagon, I mean the second wagon, is her house, the part where she lives. So as you can see, I used and combined a lot of different colors, patterns. It's crazy in here, but that's what I really like about I would say any other house. I really like a good challenge, and I really like combining colors that don't necessarily go together, but they still go together, if you know what I mean. So I had so much fun with my hippie build not so long time ago, and this one reminds me of that. One guy on stream told me that he has a hippie association when he's seeing this house, but I wouldn't agree. Hippie houses are much more colorful in the terms. I would say the hippie colors are much more aggressive. These ones are a bit more subtle, you know. These ones are more dark red and dark green and dark brown and so on. So I'm just cluttering this space as much as I can. As you can see, I don't have a lot of space in this house, so I really wanted to use every single corner in this house, and it was very enjoyable. I don't I was never at the fortune teller, but I imagine this house to look like those wagons in a circus. I was in a circus a lot of times when I was a little girl, and I imagine this like an old school circus inspired where you can go to a fortune teller. So that was like my inspiration about this house, and I think that I really managed it quite well at the end. I was seeing some pictures on the Pinterest, of course. I didn't copy anything. I usually don't copy anybody or anything. It's just there is the creativity about that. But when I'm not sure about how the style should look, I just, go and take a peek, and that's fine for me. So I did that once again, and I'm very pleased with the results. As you can see, I'm doing a terrace here. Uh, I was really thinking what to do with such a big terrace. At one point, I was also thinking to make it a bit smaller. But at the end, I've got this idea that she could use a lot of random items on the terrace that she purchased on her travels or she made or whatever. And I think it looked very, very cute. And here we are on the part where her house is. You see me using some platforms in here. As always, I had issues with the platforms. Well, I'm really annoyed by them, I must say. Uh, I, I was really hoping that they are going to fix it, but they still didn't, so I'm always struggling with them. This is not an exception, but okay. I wanted to make this part look more like wagon, so it has some sort of sections in here. So at that platform, I did a bedroom, and down here I did a small kitchen. And at the end, I did just a tiny, tiny, tiny bathroom. It's like super tiny. It has only one shower and one toilet, and that's it. And I was struggling also with these curtains in here. I changed them quite a lot, and they didn't stay this way. I changed them later on. I was also trying some different patterns on the walls and such. Well, I was really, really trying to incorporate as much items from the new pack that I can. I didn't want to use too much packs. At the end, I really don't know all of the packs that I used. It was probably a lot of packs, but more in terms of some details than rather than just furniture. So, here comes the living room. That was also quite an issue because I really wanted to use this couch from the new pack, but I couldn't because it was too big. The space was just too small for it, so I decided to use this Victorian inspired love seat, and it worked very nice at the end. I think it's actually from the base game. I can't guarantee, but I think it's base game. By the way, you are going to see this house the way I made it while I was recording this, but I needed to change just a few small things because my Sims couldn't get through. So yeah, I changed a little bit this sitting area, unfortunately, and I also have a cat with my Sims, so I needed to find a little bit space for the cat, and yeah, it's almost exactly the same. There are just a few little small changes, so you should be fine. You will probably not even notice, but I wanted to say it anyways. So, I wanted to do this bed part like a little bit hidden with the curtains. I don't know, does that have sense or not, but that's basically what I wanted to do. So, I tried to use a few different types of curtains in here, and I find those little ones that worked probably the best. And I really liked how that turned out. When I have such small spaces like this, I really like to use walls a lot. I don't know how to say it better, but I really want to use space on the walls because we can get too many things on the floor because our Sims can't get through. Well, that's a little bit annoying. I think you would agree. I don't play a lot with my Sims, but I always play tested everything, so you can play in my houses, so you don't have to change anything. So I play tested also this one, and it was a few issues, but we was managed to fix everything. I used quite a lot of rugs on the floors. I really wanted to combine them and make some kind of a, would you say, collage um, on the floor. And that's what I like about some certain styles. And I used that trick here too. So I'm finishing the terrace in here. You can notice that I put a lot of different things. They really look like they're from her travels, that she bought them there, purchased them and things. And I put a lot of different vases and the rugs as well, as I mentioned before. There is a lot of different plants, just books, a lot of candles. I used quite a lot of candles in this build. Well, they remind me on the funeral. I mean, candles are definitely romantic, but in this build, I wanted them to look very creepy. And I think that I managed that mood. So that's basically what I did in here. I really, really, I'm watching this and I'm enjoying it. I tried to play a little bit in this build and it looked like so much fun. At the end, you are going to see that I put a lot of spider webs everywhere and the holes on the walls that make all of this, even more real. As I said like 1,000 times before, I really liked my builds to look lived in. And I want this to look very old, like ancient, like that she lives here like for 1,000 years. I didn't make her a witch though, but you should definitely do that if you ask me. I just kind of forgot when I was making her. I totally forgot that she could be a witch or a vampire or something like that. So she's just a human, but she's evil and she's traveling. She's a very interesting character, I would say. In the kitchen, I combined some Realm of Magic and Vampire Spec. You could notice that. I kind of like this kitchen the best. I was really trying to find a kitchen that would look the best with this, and I didn't quite like a lot of them, so I used this green swatch just to give this kitchen a little bit more interest. I didn't want to just use the brown one and that's it. I wanted to play with it even more, and I think I did good. So as you see in here, I already put some spider webs around, and now I'm putting the holes on the walls, and everything looks very old. I also put this like claw marks. Can I say it that way? Like marks for my cat on the wall. And I'm out right now and also adding some more decorations from the outside. I did this kind of super small lake in here just to, add something else to this exterior part. And I'm adding these cute little mushrooms. I'm not sure with which pack we've got those mushrooms, but they look very magical to me. That's why I added them inside. Not inside, outside. And they're so cute and creepy at the same time. So I really, really like that. So I'm just adding a few finishing touches. Always at the end, I'm going through my house and seeing did I forgot something or whatever. And just make it better. Make it better at the end. So thank you so much, guys, for watching this speed build with me. I'm hoping that you like it, that you find it creative, and that you are going to download it and just send me something so I know did you enjoy it or not. Please subscribe my channel, guys. I would appreciate that. Sending you a lot of kisses, goodwill, and see you on the next one. Bye.